Legendary actor Val Kilmer is suffering from extreme health complications. Although he has made it to the big screen despite his health problems, it's unclear if we will be seeing him again. In this video, we're taking a look at how his health issues just got worse. He was written out of Willow just before production began. After the success of the 1988 film Willow, Disney Plus debuted Willow, an American fantasy adventure series, on November 30th of 2022. But the series did not feature the well-known Madmartigan. Madmartigan is the dashingly attractive and rogue hero who was portrayed by Val Kilmer in the original film, released in 1988. But it wasn't originally the plan for the character to be absent from the new show. Showrunner Jonathan Kasdan claims that not only did the executives want Val to join the cast, but Val was eager to do it, and fans throughout the world are eager for Madmartigan's return. Sadly, Val was unable to return because of his health problems. In recent years, Kilmer's health has declined due to complications from his battle with throat cancer. Executives were so keen to get him on board, they began plotting out the pilot with his participation in mind. As COVID spread all over the world, it became unstoppable. At the same time, Val was experiencing health problems. As a result, they had to figure out how to keep telling the tale they planned to without his character. But that doesn't rule out the possibility of a future appearance by Madmartigan. Jonathan Kasdan is already looking forward to Season 2 and is hoping to recruit Val for it. He said without Madmartigan, the show wouldn't have the same vibe. He also mentioned that Madmartigan is still a significant presence in the new Willow series, with his name, legacy, and children playing vital roles in the plot. Top Gun Maverick. When it came to making the eagerly anticipated sequel to the beloved 1986 action film Top Gun, Tom Cruise and the creative team had a lot to think about, including Val Kilmer. In the 1986 flick, Val played Tom Iceman Kazansky, a brash adversary to Tom Cruise's Maverick. But Kilmer's health issues made it difficult to bring the role back. The actor's speech has been significantly altered since he had a tracheotomy several years ago as part of his battle with throat cancer. Kilmer barely appears in person in one scene, yet his influence can be seen throughout the entire year. E.T. talked with Cruise. He recalled how great it was to collaborate with Kilmer for both the first movie and its sequel. Kilmer previously spoke with E.T. in August of 2020 about returning to his Top Gun and others. He's definitely improving and plans to work until he's 150 years old. The rest of the Maverick cast gushed about Kilmer's appearance on set during their E.T. interviews, with Connolly calling their emotional scene together really lively and beautiful. Also, Samip Kadakia, MD, director of Premier Health's comprehensive head and neck cancer and restoration program, shared that Kilmer has made a significant statement for cancer patients and their families by returning to the big screen with his voice affected by cancer. Top Gun star Val on his health, cancer recovery, and losing his speaking voice. The Hollywood legend has spent the past 7 years coping with a career-altering diagnosis, which included a tracheotomy that rendered communication nearly impossible. Kilmer, now 62, spent 2015 to 2017 privately processing a devastating throat cancer diagnosis before publicly addressing rumors and speculation. His career was uncertain after he revealed the effects of his throat cancer treatment on his health and how he gradually lost the ability to talk. After some initial reluctance, Kilmer sought medical assistance, as revealed in an in-depth interview with the New York Times. But it wasn't until a Reddit discussion in 2017 that Kilmer revealed his previous diagnosis. The Times reports that Kilmer's children eventually persuaded him to seek medical attention for his throat cancer, which ultimately resulted in many rounds of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. The surgeries helped him recover from his diagnosis and apparently enter remission. In an interview published later that year with The Hollywood Reporter, Kilmer said he felt the effects of his throat cancer treatment. The vocal cords are often the first area of the throat to show signs of cancer, with the disease then spreading to the tonsils and back of the throat. Kilmer later elaborated he had undergone tracheal surgery, which left him almost voiceless and made him extremely breathless all the time. Despite the challenges of communication, Val, the star's documentary that explores his life and career, features an emotional declaration from the actor that he's more determined than ever to share his tale. Since then, Kilmer has worked hard to keep working despite his health issues. Kilmer also disclosed an interesting aspect of how he discovered his throat cancer in his memoir called I'm Your Huckleberry. The aspect centered on Cher and how she had a role in the process. He described in his writing how he had suddenly awoken from a deep sleep one night and vomited blood all over the bed, just like a scene from The Godfather. After dialing 911, he began to pray. He also informed his hostess, Cher, who immediately took control of the situation. As he was being brought to the hospital, where he got the devastating news, he recounted that the two managed to share a few laughs. They joked about physical attractiveness and how he looked like a stuntman from Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs while his vitals were being checked. They laughed so hard they had to put an oxygen mask on him to complete taking his vitals. Intelligence. Sonantic, a software startup, worked with Kilmer in 2021 to develop a program that replicated his voice using old tapes and current AI technology. Kilmer announced his involvement with the program in a 1-minute film in August of that year, which outlined his initial decision to pursue the idea. In an interview, he revealed again that after receiving treatment, he lost his voice, and people nearby had trouble understanding him when he talked. He still believes he's the same person with the same creative spirit and wishes to reveal that side of himself once again. According to Entertainment Weekly, the Sonantic project was the same audio program utilized in Top Gun Maverick. It was included in the moving sequence where Kilmer and Cruise are heard speaking aloud. He will be eligible to use the same audio technology in upcoming productions. Kilmer's faith has influenced his recovery. According to a 2020 New York Times feature, Kilmer initially had no desire to receive formal medical therapy after being diagnosed with cancer. He had intended to rely on his Christian Science religion to get through his illness, but his two children, Jack and Mercedes, fought arduously to persuade him to consult medical professionals. He decided against going down the road of seeking treatment through a religious advisor because he didn't want his children to be away from him when he needed them the most. He told The Times he felt his recovery was effective because of his spiritual interests. While Val initially kept his illness private, he later opened up about his diagnosis and treatment journey. He was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015. This type of cancer is often linked to smoking and alcohol consumption, which Kilmer struggled with in the past. One significant aspect to his treatment was a tracheostomy, a surgical procedure that creates an opening in the neck to assist with breathing. This was necessary due to the effects of cancer on his throat and airway. Chemotherapy is a common treatment for cancer that involves the use of drugs to kill cancer cells or slow their growth, and he likely underwent chemotherapy as part of his treatment plan. Immunotherapy is an advanced treatment that helps the immune system fight cancer. It's used in some cases of throat cancer, and Val may have also received this treatment. After his tracheostomy and cancer treatments, he also underwent speech therapy to help him try to regain his ability to speak and communicate more effectively. Cancer treatments can certainly take a toll on the body, so Val has likely had to undergo rehabilitation and physical therapy efforts. He has also discussed making significant lifestyle changes, including quitting smoking and alcohol, to improve his chances of recovery and maintaining his health. He's been open about his cancer battle despite being a fairly private person. His journey with throat cancer has been an inspiration to many as he's continued to work on creative projects and share his story with the world. His determination and resilience in the face of a serious illness serve as a reminder of the importance of early detection, treatment, and making positive lifestyle changes for people facing similar health challenges. Financial strain. While the details of the financial worth of celebs are numbers that easily get tossed around, we always take them with a grain of salt. That being said, the latest number we found for Val's net worth is around $10 million, which might seem low for a star of his caliber, but that seems to be where he's at. And we can assume that he's had to spend a lot on his various treatments. It's estimated that he likely has had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on treatment and recovery from his cancer. As such, Val Kilmer's battle with throat cancer has undoubtedly put a financial strain on his life. Dealing with a serious illness like cancer often comes with various financial burdens, even for peoples with a certain level of financial stability. Cancer treatment is notoriously expensive. The cost of surgeries, chemotherapy, radiation therapy, immunotherapy, medications, doctor's appointments, and hospital stays can quickly add up. Even with health insurance, there are often co-pays, deductibles, and out-of-pocket expenses that individuals are on the hook for. And when diagnosed with a serious illness, people may not be able to work like they once did. This is certainly the case with Val Kilmer, whose income is tied to his acting career and no doubt has had a substantial loss of potential income. Rehabilitation and ongoing supportive care might also be necessary to help regain his physical function, speech, and overall well-being. And of course, these cost money too. Val has discussed making those significant lifestyle changes to improve his health, including not smoking or drinking, but this might have resulted in costs for alternative activities and therapies. And of course, dealing with serious illness often prompts people to revisit their legal and financial affairs, including estate planning and healthcare directives. So this can involve legal fees and the creation of trusts and other financial instruments. It's important to note that while Val's illness has likely posed serious financial challenges, he's been able to share his story and experiences publicly, which can help raise awareness about the financial difficulties many people face when dealing with a serious illness. Early life. Val Kilmer was born on December 31st, 1959 in Los Angeles. His mother Gladys was a homemaker and his father Eugene was an aerospace equipment distributor. Val also had two siblings, a brother Mark and a brother Wesley. During his early life, Val Kilmer showed an early interest in acting and drama, which he pursued while attending Chatsworth High School in the San Fernando Valley. He participated in school plays and honed his acting skills. His talent was evident even in his youth, and his passion for acting eventually led him to pursue a career in Hollywood. He attended the prestigious Juilliard School in New York City, a renowned performing arts conservatory. His time at Juilliard allowed him to refine his acting abilities and laid the foundation for his future success in the industry. Kilmer's dedication to his craft and early training helped him establish himself as a versatile and talented actor in Hollywood. Career highlights. Val's career is marked by a rich and diverse body of work that spans several decades. One of his early standout performances came in 1986 when he starred as Tom "Iceman" Kazansky in the blockbuster hit Top Gun. Kilmer's portrayal of the charismatic fighter pilot alongside Tom Cruise's Maverick not only solidified his status as a rising star, but also contributed to the film's status as a quintessential action movie of the 80s. In 1991, he tackled the role of legendary rock musician Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's biographical film The Doors. His portrayal of Morrison was uncannily authentic, capturing both the charisma and self-destructive nature of the iconic rock star. Kilmer's commitment to the role, including his singing and mimicry of Morrison's stage presence, earned him critical acclaim and further showcased his acting range. His foray into the superhero genre came in 1995 when he donned the iconic cape and cowl as Batman in Batman Forever. While the film itself received mixed reviews, Kilmer's performance as the Dark Knight was notable for its balance of brooding intensity and charm. His portrayal added a unique dimension to the character and contributed to the continued popularity of the Batman franchise. One of his most celebrated roles was his portrayal of Doc Holliday in the 1993 Western classic Tombstone. His performance as the tuberculosis-stricken but quick-witted gunslinger was a standout in an ensemble cast that included Kurt Russell and Sam Elliott. Kilmer's portrayal brought depth and complexity to the character, earning him critical acclaim and cementing Tombstone as a beloved Western film. In the crime drama Heat, he delivered a compelling performance as the meticulous and calculating criminal opposite Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. In the witty and self-aware comedy Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he showcased his comedic timing and chemistry with Robert Downey Jr., earning praise from critics and audiences. His career highlights reflect his ability to adapt to different genres and roles, making him a respected and enduring figure in Hollywood. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite role of Val Kilmer's? Let us know in the comments section below.